Come on, Will. Come on, up the hill. Come on, bud. Good boy, Will. Hey folks, welcome to Pine Badger Outdoors. Tonight we're going to set our little hot tent up with a view of the mountain there in this softwood plantation. Trees are growing up over the years. It takes a lot of the view away, but we'll still have a cozy camp. So I'll get back to you in a bit with the gear laid out so you can see what I was packing today. See you in a bit. Keep on camping with the Badger. So we got to head over in that area later on. Get us a little bit of stove wood. Thing is, with the softwood plantation, we've got a lot of these patches where it's opened up a bit. But the thing is, there's a lot of friggin' anthills, so you kind of got to work around the anthills. But it's that time of the year, so I brought in 3 of these Heineken. I'm going to enjoy one now. From the hike in was probably, I don't know, 2.5 kilometers maybe 3. And it's a pretty good view of the mountains. But that's where we're going to collect the wood later. And I'll get a little bit of footage of that a bit later on. Brought Willie out with me today. I'm really trying to work on getting Willie to spend the night with me, but for now I bring him out. He spends a day with me. I always try to tuck camp away somewhere's hidden, you know. And then I have to walk clear back, and my wife either comes with me or meets me and brings Willie home. So but he's company out here for now. And he makes me laugh. But I'm working on making me a camping dog if I can. But anyways, I'll check in later. I'm going to lay the equipment out that I brought with me today. And I just want to let you guys know that anything you see that I have was either a birthday present, Christmas present, or something I bought myself. I'm not trying to be a commercial or anything for anything or anybody. Just show you what I use. It works for me. Everybody's different, to each his own, right? So whatever works for you. It's just kind of an idea of what I pack, not what kind of thing I pack, like name-wise, you know. Because some people can get by with cheaper things, and some people need the more expensive things, maybe. I mean, I don't. But anyways, I'm rambling. Haven't even drank this yet. Look, it's still full. It's embarrassing. Anyways, it is 10 after 11, and it is a Thursday. And as you can tell, I am in no rush today, and that's the way it's nice. When you get out here to do this kind of thing, if you can get out here without being rushed or anything like that too bad, that always makes it so much nicer. But anyways, I'll check in a bit later with the stuff that I had in my pack here. I'll lay it out on a tarp. Probably the lighting's better out here than my last video in my living room, so. Okay folks, here's a little loadout today that we had in the backpack. Some of it is still in there because it's in the bottom compartment, which is the sleeping bag. That's my 0-degree bag. It's supposed to be ducked down. And I have an inflatable pillow here. Nothing special. And I also have my insulated air mat there. 4-season. So I have that. That's all that's in the bottom. That and my booties, the Badger booties. And these I brought just because the nights get cold and just in case around camp. These are just an old pair of liners out of a, well, pair of military pants. And I brought those, a couple of these collapsible bottles. Buck saw. This is our meals. There's a couple. I think it's the same as the last time I went. It's oh geez, I can see one here. Granola with milk and blueberries, and scrambled eggs and bacon. I think it was, which wasn't that great, but I had bought them, so we're gonna eat them. Toilet paper, fire starter from the dollar store. Awesome. Bang for the buck. Crazy. My little fan that circulates air. I bought a 25-hour candle at the dollar store because I like a little light through the night when the stove gets out. And also, this is a face cloth, my toque, spare pair of socks, Sawyer Mini. Today we're going to do things a little bit different. Instead of taking this down to the brook and processing the water, I collapsed a 2-liter pop bottle. And I'm just going to go down to the brook with just this and fill 2 liters and bring it up and hook it to this, and the other end will be a straw, and when I need water I can just kind of take it like a tap. So I think that'll be just a lot easier. Anyways, down the line here, this is my little pot, and this is the little stove that I use. You've seen that. I also keep rope in here in the side. And that's garbage bags. This is an iron wall with the mesh. These are the guy outs. I made these permanently on small carabiners. And these are the stakes. These go in the side pouches of this backpack on the straps, waist straps. This is just my little fire starter kit, and my fire starter kit is nothing fancy. It's basically fire starters and wooden matches. And this is rope and alcohol for your hands to clean. These also go in the pocket. I carry more of these in the go bag because there's a little bit of first aid kit in here, things like that. But these are expandable face cloths with a little bit of water. Lawn chair, multi-tool. This is just a windshield for the stove. This is just a little styrofoam pad to kneel on. Lawn chair, I think I mentioned. Headlight, cup, sleeping mat, because I do have a procedure. This is my tie par. It always goes. Even on hammock trips, because then it becomes a floor mat. But basically that goes down underneath my liner, my half mesh liner there. And then I put the blue one. And then the mesh liner goes down, and I put that, and then my air mat. So yeah, maybe that's why I've never been cold. And that's just my titanium stove in there with the flue pipe in a plastic sleeve because I'm so paranoid something's going to happen to it. Tent pole with my little hooks. So basically that's what we're carrying. I had to take some clothes off here a little bit. Took my base layer off and I'm just in a t-shirt because it's around 15 right now. Yeah, it's 15. degrees Celsius, and it is 12:15. So anyways, I'm going to put this stuff back in because there's a lot of ant hills around here and I don't want ants in my gear. So I'm going to spare you that, and I'm going to pack up my gear. And the only other thing I brought with me today is a little camera bag, and I did have that little cooler, which I had something in each hand because the cooler I had 3 beers. And I'm just going to share something with you. Because of my attention span, at least that's what my elementary school teachers used to say, I have a short attention span. So you can see, like I was, okay, I need to set up camp at some point today. You need to know why I get out here so early, and I get sidetracked very easy. So anyways, this happened. Because we're just going to have a tiny, tiny, tiny little fire tonight if we can. And, you know, a badger always recycles. I can't control how people litter in the forest. I can't. But, you know, you find an old, I don't know, Blizzard Master steel radial in the woods. I don't know, folks. A little bit of pine from a fallen branch. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's not bad. Pine badger. Get it? Anyways, I'll get back to you later when camp's set up. Later, guys. Okay, guys. We're going to take our collapsed 2-liter water jug down to the brook here. I know there's a brook down over the hill. I walked out with the dog and got him back to the vehicle. He's on his way home. There's a lot of woodpeckers here. Anyways, it's pretty warm. It's still a little cool breeze, thus the not trying to make a fashion statement, really. I got this for my birthday. And I do like it a lot because I got this thing about my neck, breeze on my neck. It has to be pretty warm weather before so I find I can tie this around my head pretty good. This one right here, pecker. So anyways, we got a ways further. And I'll go get some water. I'll record it. I'm just gonna, basically it's just gonna be put it in this jug from the brook. And when I get back to camp, when I set up camp, because I'm kind of working, well, maybe a bit ass backwards from everybody else today. I made a fire pit, didn't set up my tent, didn't process any wood. I'm going to get some water now. So by the time I get to putting this on the Mini, I'll have the tent set up. But anyways, we'll catch a little video of this catching some water here at the brook. Alright, we're almost to the brook here. Let's look at some snow down here. Hear a whaler off in the distance. Doesn't look like too many of them came this way though. Looks like... Okay guys, forgive me for the noise. There we go. Now, I'm going to try to set the camera down here and just fill this full of water. So basically, we're into not quite mid-April yet, and you see that we don't really have much to run on. That's a good thing, I guess. Whew. Shit, look at the pollen. Shit, good thing I'm not allergic to pollen. Anyways, so we got 2 liters of water from the brook. That actually looks pretty good. But later at camp, once the little tent's set up and stove, I'll bring you guys back and maybe I'll show you processing the wood. Basically, we'll hang out by our little base camp, like fire pit. That's where we're going to hang out tonight. Maybe have a little bite to eat. So anyways, I'll get back to you a bit later when we get the tent set up and things like that. Camp set up, I should say. Jesus, nice out. Okay, I'll see you guys. Whoa, in a bit. Hey guys, this is what I was talking about. Today, I'm just going to do it this way. By the way, the 2-liter pop bottle that I'm using, I did bring from home. And I give it a squeeze just to flush it a bit. And I'm going to just put it right into the pot. Oh, that goes into water. Gives it a juice flavor. 3-in-1 coffees. And sugar and salt and pepper. So this way there's no rush. We take our time. I got camp just about set up, the tent set up, and I have pretty much my sleep system is all set up. I hope you can hear me for the wind. It's getting windy. I don't have the stove set up. It's for tonight. It's going to get probably, I don't know, maybe below 0. We'll see. But anyways, it is 3 o'clock. A little after actually, and I realized, you know, I only had 3 toasts today, so I think I'm going to make a coffee and have a Mountain House blueberry and granola. Get some energy back in myself, and then I'll go process some wood for the night. That's going to be about the only thing left to do. You know, this actually works pretty good, guys. It saves you from, like, if you don't want to stand by the brook, I mean, bring up a couple liters and you can process. You could actually probably put a piece of rope and just let it do its thing. Puncture a hole, it would go a lot faster. But anyways, I'm going to make a coffee, and I'm going to eat some Mountain House, and I'll bring you back, guys, back later when I've got camp completely set up with my stove and things like that, and a little bit of wood. I'm going to try to have a little fire here outside. I showed you the pit I made. And we're just going to put the cover on that like that for now. And I don't think that's too frickin' bad. There we go. Okay guys, I'll bring you back in a bit after I have a bite to eat. guys, we just I went and processed a little bit of wood. I was lucky, I found one on the ground, and it's pretty dry. I mean, I've been splitting it up with the thrasher. It's getting some nice marks on her. So far so good, guys. $14.97. Anyways, on the same tree. Sorry about the wind. Anyways, of the same tree, we got these bigger ones. I'm going to make some for the stove in the tent, and then I'm going to just, if the wind goes down and I have a fire, I'm just going to feed it logs like this. Make some small stuff like this to get it going. There's plenty of dry stuff laying around, and just have a tiny little campfire tonight because, well, if the wind goes down. But this is just stuff I'm making for the tent. This knife works really well, guys. And then I run it into a knot. Okay. Under normal conditions, it works pretty good. Whew. Nice knot. Every once in a while, I guess you get one to teach you a lesson. So anyway, guys, I'm going to baton up some more wood. And maybe grab a little bit more for the campfire. Try to find some more stuff like this so I can run it right into the fire. And I'm making a pretty good pile here for the stove. This is nice wood. It's solid. Geez, usually you don't find it on the ground. That you have to try to find dead standing, but this stuff here, it's just nice. Maybe it was, I don't know, didn't get pungy, but we haven't got the spring rains yet either. So anyways, probably the next time I check in with you guys, I'll show you the wood pile in the tent, and probably we'll be ready for a fire here. I'm going to tinker away with some more wood and maybe make another coffee. There's a lot of work to this, guys. Not complaining because I enjoy it, but like, I mean, you know, it doesn't look like much pile of rocks there, but you use it and then you try to put it back where you found it the next day, like just lug it back in there, you know. This is private land, so I don't worry about it, but still, it's just the way I do things. I guess, like they say, leave no trace, right? I believe in that. So anyways, that's my plan, is just to carry on here, and yeah, make some more wood, and I'll check in with you guys later. I'm going to relax a little bit though after this. Okay guys, till next time here. 5:30, guys, and I know it might not seem like much there. There's some of the smaller stuff, but I might go get a couple more pieces. But the thing is when you get I don't like a big ripper fire, and that's our little kitchen here. I'm just going to have a small little campfire. And I find when you feed it in with a log fire like that, it really goes a long time. And this idea here works really well. You just filter it as you need it. I filled my pot and I have that much left. So I ate my mountain house. So yeah, just give you a little before too dark, because this thing doesn't pick up light very well, low light very well. And head 3, this is the last one. I figure I've earned this one. Day's winding down. I think we're going to have plenty, because that's all hardwood, and I've concentrated more on in here than the actual campfire, because after getting everything done out here through the day, I usually never stay up that late by the fire. Anyways, I just wanted you guys to see how much wood I had for the night. I really like this little area right here, this little process the wood, and found that old tire. And still, and that's my little area for coffee. So anyway, guys, we will check in a little bit later. Maybe light the fire. It's windy at times, that's why I didn't want to put too much time on logs for the fire, even though I got a nice rock wall built there. Still, it's very dry. It's spring, but you can see there's no snow here in the woods, or very, very, very little. You'd have to really go looking for some, I think. And we're not going to complain about that. But if you can see it, but there she is over there, the little iron wall. So once I light the fire, I'll check in. I think I'm soon going to go put my thermal on, my thermal top or my little jacket or something, because the breeze is starting to get a little bit chilly. I don't know what it is, but this the breeze, of course, makes it. But anyways, check a bit later. This is a little tip. If any of you guys out there have this type of stove, titanium, I don't know what that house wins, or the 3W is a lot like this one. It looks like it anyways. That little nut right there on the door, on mine, when I first got it, you could put it there with your finger, but it wouldn't stay. And sure enough, on one trip, I went to open the door, and the door was kind of wonky. It didn't want to shut well. So it was because the nut was backed off a little bit too much. So all I did, when I took it home, I unscrewed the little nut right here, which wasn't hard, and I put a couple drops of Loctite, and I just snugged it back. And I've been on 2 or 3 camped since then and no issues at all. It hasn't moved a bit, so that's just things you can do with these ones with the legs, you know, to make it better. Sorry, cigarette butts, but I'm a smoker, unfortunately. But for now, like I said, these rubber hoses, I slit them. That works pretty good. It seems to. I first tried a tray, oven tray, I guess, baking tray, cookie sheet, and it worked okay, but it's just, you know, I put all this stuff in my backpack, so, you know, if I had a wheeler or something, it would sure make life easier for things like this, but I actually do pack it, so those weigh really nothing, you know. And they work. It works really well. I mean, the little stove now is, to me, it's just as good as anything else in its size. Performance-wise, it is awesome. Keeps me toasty all winter long. I got it last winter. I was so excited to have it. I went out 4 times in January. 4 different trips, but still. And I wish I would have recorded some of those camps, because I was out 7 times this winter at different times. And anyways, hope it helps you guys. There's what we got left for wood. I didn't videotape last night because, well, to tell you the truth, it was too windy and I didn't have a fire. It was gusty, so I didn't want to burn the woods down and have no place to camp in the future. I tried a little fire, but it was just too much. Like, the wind was gusting and it was too much. There's tons of room in this thing. The only reason the air mattress kicked sideways is because I was up here thrashing around. So probably around 8, I'm going to start tearing her down and head for the house. Head out of the woods. But that's why I'm still hammock camping. Or, sorry, I got hammock camping on my mind, guys. I want to do some hammock camping. One of my buddies is supposed to take me to a waterfall when the weather warms up just enough, or I should say when the water warms up, because there's no other way to get to it. You can't get to it with a wheeler. You need to hike into it upstream. So yeah, that could be a very good camp, hammock hang. But at nights it's still nice to be able to turn on the old wood stove. And so I'm gonna have a coffee, and the next time I talk to you, I'll be packed up and saying my till next times. Just left camp now, guys. Sun is out. And we're headed home. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, and opens up into a bit of a trail. You know, this is originally, when I first came yesterday, where I was going to camp. So maybe next time I will. Oh yeah, that's why. Those ants were here first. It's a beautiful, beautiful place there. This used to be a great big field. My buddy decided he was going to put it up in softwood. This in the other field. Being that his son will have something to cut, I guess. Believe it or not, these trees are probably 12 years old, maybe 14. It's crazy. Let's spin the camera here. I don't know if you guys can see. This was the cooler I had the beer in. And now it holds the garbage. But anyways, it's been a good camp, guys. The pack looks heavier than it is. It really, it's just because like the sleeping bag, I just stuffed it in. That's the way I brought it from home. It's a pretty good little sleeping bag. I've only used it 4 or 5 times. It's 0 degree. I think the company is One Tigers. And last night I cinched it inside, and that made a world of difference. You know, I thought it was pretty good, but it wasn't nothing to write home about before. But last night I actually cinched it up. I mean, now it wasn't 10 below 0 or anything, but when I woke up and I decided to light the fire 2 or 3 times, I could see my breath. It was definitely, you know, probably -2, maybe. I don't know. But anyways, we'll spin this back around. Until the next trip, folks. We might squeeze another hot tent in, maybe 2. I want to get some hammock camping in too. Nice thing is with hammock camping, I can swing down by the brooks, listen to that water all night long. There's just no flat ground here to do it in really around here, by the brooks and things, and they dry up pretty quick. So anyway, guys, catch you later.